Hi everyone, right, I'm back. Now I've done the front of the garage and that's the sides, so that will sit on there like that. And like I say, it's not really, I might need to cut these down a bit, you know, because that'll sit against the it's a little bit wide, because all I want in there, to be honest, is going to be a car on a ramp, some shelving with some oil cans and whatnot. So I may need to cut these down, but for now I'm going to treat them as though I need them that size. Now this is the door, the garage door should I say. I may also need to cut this. No, that's fine. They fit perfectly, see, like that. But when they're stood up, obviously they'll be open. One will. I think I'll have that one shut and this one open, because this is going to be on the right hand side of the scene. Now what I've done is I've also written my list of things I need. I may need. I'm not saying I'm going to need them. I don't know what I've done with them. Oh, here it is. Oh, stupid woman. So I'm going to put those in there for now. Including the window, which I was thrilled at, to be honest. That turned out really. Now, I'm saying I've done that window. There ain't going to be much room for a window. Unless I put the window here. Which I might just do that in that side. So I'm going to have to keep that size, aren't I? Okay, let's get to that. Yeah, I'm going to sit this window in here. So I've kept the backing on that, but I haven't done that. I've taken the paper off the front of it. Now let me just see. That'll do there, and then I can put a window box here if I want to. So I'm just going to mark this out. So I want this to sit in the foam. See, like that? I want this to sit in, and we're going to have to still sort out this because it's going to be stonework. Okay. So what I need to do is to very carefully chip out that. Okay. I'm just going to do it the best way I can. You know what? I need to do it from that view. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately. So I want that to sit in there. No, I'll do it from here. That'll do. So I've taken off the paper that was on this side. It was the same as that. Now. There. So that wasn't that bad to do, was it? Now, remove that. And then this window can fit in there. Now, I will be putting, let me just get that. See, that sits in there like that. I'm going to move that down, and then I'm going to put a plinth across here. We can still see the breakages there as well. And we'll have that like that. So, because that's the width of the window, I can use this. So right now I'm just going to cut a piece off. No wider than that. I think that will do. We've got that Is it Hurricane Isla? Something like that. It's just a load of rubbish. Sorry, but it is. It's just a load of rubbish. And I'm taking that set paper off. So I don't want that. But I'm also going to skim this. Taking a piece off. See how that's sliced that down there? That should be okay. And then that will glue on there like that. So I do need to cut a little bit of this off. So I don't want it as wide. Just wide enough to go over the door. That's it, the window like that. I'm going to move that up actually, and it'll go like that. So you'll have a gap underneath. Okay. Let me just see if I can shave this off a little bit neater. And then that will spread out. Yeah, that's it, that'll do. So now what I can do is to glue this on. And I'm just going to do that. But pin that over like that. Make sure that's glued down. Right, okay, so I've got that. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. There's a little bit here that needs to be glued in. Just hold that in like that. Now, I'm going to take my my cable needle, because I do have to add in the stonework. Right, good morning everyone. As you can see, I did finish this one last night. I need to put a little bit more peachy pink colour in it, which I'm going to do in a minute. But I've got that side at the front where the garage doors goes. That's done. I've just completed this one, which is the window, putting in the white in between. And I may need to touch it up because I have to add like a wash over it. So right now I'm just finishing this. So I'm going to speed this up while I continue putting the white in. Yeah, I think that'll do. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah. So that's another one. Now I'm just going to move my paint away. I've got my glue gun on. What's next on the list? So that is... I can't do the fence until I know the size. Trolley, shelving, paint, cans, posters, advertisers, the sign. And it was going to be for Joe's, but it's not now. It's going to be for Rich's. I've sold the garage before I've done it. Rich's garage. So, and the walls. Let me have a look. Walls. Now, I've got to do the inside of the walls, but I can't do that now until they're dry. So, windows are done. Roof's done, apart from filling out with some moss and that. I have a toolbox, yeah. 2 bins are done, apart from dinting and doing that a bit more. Trees are done. Wall section, yeah, the wall section's done outside. Outside wall. Scrap car's got to age 'em. Path, forecourt, grassy area. I think I'll do the tyre rack today. So I'm going to do the tyre rack first. And for that, I'm just going to use the plain card that I have, which is this. It's like a chipboard card. So what I'm going to have to do is to measure this so it's equal. We'll do it in centimetres. Now, of course, it's just a tyre rack. So I need a back panel, and I don't want the tyre rack any more than 5 centimetres. So I'm going to get my knife and make sure I cut that at 5. Now, first of all, we need the back plate, which is going to be like a full board. So I'm not going to do it any more than 6 centimetres. I'm just going to cut that, I think. So that's the back. Then I'm going to want the sides and the front. Now the front's got to have... Well, I'll do the sides next, because they're the ones that's going to be the awkward bit. And we need them... Let me just cut this in half. Because we need them in a letter A type frame. Okay. So we know that's 5 across. So I'm going to do 2 in the centre there. Let's do it up here. Mark it off 2 and 3. That's going to go from corner to corner. Like that. Keep hold of these bits you cut off. You never know when they're going to come in handy. That's fine. So we're going to do the same with this piece as well. Sorry, just mark it off 2 and 3, and then you cut corner to corner from that mark to the corner. If this works, we're not saying it will. This is all in my head, remember. So that's that. Now from the bottom section, I'm going to go in 1 centimetre. I'm filming! So I'm just going to do this by eyeball, to be honest. Okay. Might be able to cut this. I mean, old rickety A-frame. Now I'm not going to take that bit out, so I'm going to put a sign on it. So I just have to mark this one the same. Right, okay, let's mark this one out. There we go. Yes, I was very fortunate, and this one got sold yesterday. That's people who know my videos, have seen my miniatures. I would sit and do miniatures all day long, I have to say, if I could. But if I don't make the shop work, I can't do it. Anyway, so we've got that. So that's going to be stood like that. And then these have to be pinned onto that. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to use my wood glue. Move that out of the way because it's not getting used at the moment. So I just have to make sure that this is on there like that, and then we just pin them two bits together. Now I want them flush at the top. Oh, bugger it. Make sure this is going to be flush. When it's dried a little bit, I can move it on. Like that. So I'm just going to lean that way. I'm just adding the glue. This section. Hopefully, and that should dry okay. We just need that to, you know, dry immediately. See, it's going to be like that, and then I have to put a shelf in there, which I just need to cut a small section of this. I want to make sure that's pulled out enough. Yeah. So I've just got to put like a little shelf in there, so it can't be any wider than 5 centimetres. And we have to put this at an angle, because this is for tyres. Just thinking about this. So I want cans on it as well, but I want that lifted a bit, to be honest. Or do I? Snip that down a bit. That's it, like that. So that's got to be on par with the... Yes. Okay. I just need that bit, which has to glue in line with the bottom of the A. Like that. Okay. So underneath I'm just going to do the hot glue. Just to seal that. Make sure that's in right. And then just seal that off. Just leave that like that. And then we need a little piece at the front. So that's the same width that I've been using. I just need to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue it on. Like that. That's it. Just get a little toothpick. When you're messing about with small areas, just use a toothpick. Yeah? So what I'm going to do, I've got this, it's 5 centimetres wide. So that's going to be the base. Let me just cut another strip. I need another 5 centimetres. Everything, if you match all the sizing up, keep it all the same, you know, for strips, and then you can just work from that strip. It's just so much easier to cut off what you need when you need it. Like that. Okay, so this is going to be the back panel, I think. Yeah. And then I need, how much? Ooh. From there to there, I think. From there to there. And I'm just going to cut across that. And I need 2 of those, of course, because they're the side panels. Sorry. So we need 2 identical ones, of course, don't we? Let's get these glued on. Using the wood glue. Now, I'm just going to use one of them tabs of the windows that I cut out. Just to put a little bit of wood glue on there. And use a little stick, because it's a lot easier. It's just a small area to cover. And then we just need to pop this on the side. Try and get it as flush as we can. Like that. And then we need this one as well. You just brush it along the edge. And then we sit this one on as well. just like that, and just put that to one side. Now what's remainder is we need to put a little shelf at the bottom, but we need it at an angle because the tyres have to sit just so. So I'm just going to cut that now, and I don't need too much. I need that, and then I need a piece at the front. And this may need to be cut down. Oops. Let me just get a bit more on there. Right. Yeah, that'll do. And then, like I say, I've got to fit that piece in, so it needs cutting down a bit. Yep, that'll do. And I'm just going to do a little bit of hot glue on this one. It's just to hold it in, to be honest. That's it, like that. And then we cut this bit. That's got to go on the front there. Oh, that should have gone at an angle. Never mind. Do we need it at an angle? Not really. You see if that, yeah, that'll fit that. So again, just a little bit of hot glue on there just to pop this section on, like that. And let's see if we can have that a little bit flush. I'm going to bring that forward because the tyres have to sit on that, you see. So I'm going to use the wood glue to reinforce that section. And I'm just going to hold that in place. Like that for a minute. There. Now I'm going to put a top on it. And I'm going to use this bit as the lid. And leave it the size it is. So for that I'm just going to use the wood glue. Because it does secure things on properly. Now I've got to make sure that that is how I want it. And then we're going to put a little shelf inside there. So, and put some oil cans on. So I'm just going to cut this. And try and get the size I need. I'll trim that down, I think, as well. That'll fit in there. Don't want it too much, you see. I don't want it too big and pushing it out. Right, yeah, that'll do. So again, we're going to go hot glue on the back. And we can just get this in like that. See, a little shelf. And then we use the wood glue on a stick. Yeah, using a toothpick to add a chunk of glue underneath. There, like that. And that ain't gonna budge anywhere. But that's a little unit there. Now, I am going to just trim this section. Right, I don't want it too much, and I'll just trim that one down a touch. That's it. And there's my little cabinet, and I'll show you what I mean. Because when I wanted to do it for the tyres, I've got things drying everywhere. See, like this. Although the nice rims on there, you just want a couple of tyres sat in there, and we might put a smaller one in as well. You know, I'll glue them so they come to the front. Like that. And then we'll have some cans that I'll make, or maybe a couple of tyres on there. Don't know yet. See, like that. But that's the sort of thing we're going to do. So now I'm just going to paint that. And I do want, you know, like maybe a sign. Oh, that'll do. I'll put a sign on the back, actually. Yeah, I can do a sign. So if I flatten that off, then I can put a sign on like that. I don't need it that big. I can just pop that on there. Oops, make sure that's level-ish. Yeah, and I can add a sign on that. That'll do. So all I'm going to do now is to paint that, but I have to let that dry. So I'll paint the outside of it first. And, you know, as usual, everything's going to be brownish. Although we could have that yellow, I think. Yeah, we'll have it yellow so it stands out. I need a frame. Sorry, I want to put a little frame on there. And that should be enough. So, what I'm going to do is to a little bit of glue. Run that along that edge there. And we just pin that on there. But that's my little cabinet, so I can mark that off my list. I'm going off the size of the doors because you don't want it too big. Yeah, that'll do, I know. So I'm going to do it to there, I think. Tyre rack and gas pump, that's today's. Now that's not equal, so I've got to cut that, of course. I just want to make sure that it's yeah. Okay, so we're going to need a piece of this board, which I need to cut a kind of a circle. So I'm going to cut this, draw around this and then cut it, because I need to cut it a little bit wider than what it is. Not quite. Okay. I'm going to just sit that on top like that. That's about right. And then we need like a brace. Don't want to be flat on top and then that on top, does it? Although it could be. I need something for that to sit in. So let me just figure this out. I need to figure this out. That could definitely go onto there. Yes, and then I can fill it with some... Right, okay. Okay, yeah. I've done it, I think. So, I now need to glue this. Onto here. And like that. Yeah. What I'm going to do is just add some extra glue to the back for support. Because once that's all dry, that'll be fine. You know what? Bugger it. I'm going to put some on the front as well. It dries nice. Then it'll paint over. That'll won't come off. And then this can stand on there and be glued onto there. Now, I'm not too sure. And I could do it now and prop it up. So let me just see. That needs propping up onto there while that sits on there. To dry. Will that work? You silly fool. You got to get your bloody picture on there yet, Fee. Now that shows that I've got the right idea of doing it the wrong way. I'm going to put the whole picture on that. So I'm just going to smooth this out because we want to lay it flat when we do it. Okay. Right, what I've done is I've done this, printed that off. That's going to fit perfectly on there and that's going to look great on top of that now it's dry. I've also got some pipettes that, I don't know, I was thinking I could make bottles, cans, whatever from them. So I can cut them off there. So, variety of things. I need a pipe cleaner, not pipe cleaner, a pipe, straw. So I printed some, it's going to be Rich's garage. So I've printed some signs off. But they all need sorting out. Now I'm not sure how many I'll use, and that's just to show me I need to make one of those. But lots of things. These are the discs, tax discs, number plates, and things like that. So this is the one I'm going to work from first. So I need to get this sign done. Now the thing is, when I'm working with bits like this, I like to make my own wash. So what I do is, when I can find my paint, take a bottle and I'm just going to put in a smidgen of paint because you don't need much, it's a wash. See, like that. And I may need to add a touch of black. Yeah, you see, like that. So what I'm going to do is just to, I don't want it all over, but just to make sure that it covers some of it. And I can go in and darken that a bit more if I want. Like that. Now I've got to dry that. And we just dry that off. Just discoloured it. Okay. Now we should be able to just glue this on, but I'm going to use glossy accents for this because it dries, it is clear and it dries clear. Oops, a daisy. Oops, might just get enough. So we pop that on top, smooch that about, it's on a flat surface, and position that where I want it to be, and let that dry, and that should be fine. Now, in regards to Rich's garage, I'm going to use this one. That's going to be about the right size, I think. I just did one 2 sizes, but I needed to see what it was going to look like. So let me just put the water away. Now, I have some paint, like I say, at the side of me. So if I want to, I'm just going to use this to start with, just to go over there. Right, that's going to do, I think. Now I can colour that in more if I need to. And that's just out the dish where I wash my brush. I just thought I'll do that. Let me just make myself some space here, because I've just got paint everywhere. Like a silly idiot that I am. Right. Okie dokie. I don't need to use that. I'm quite happy with that little bit. So I'm just going to dry that off as well. That'll do that bit. dries clear. You drop that into there. That will settle, hopefully. Yeah. And like I say, I'm not after perfection at anything like that, as you know. So I'm just going to let that dry now. Need that flat, of course. Okay. And then we'll finish that one off. So we're going to go back to this one now. Where's my lid? We're going to do this one, and we're going to finish this unit off now that that's dried. So all I have to do is to cut around that. That's great. And then I can glue that on there like that. Like that. And then I can paint this now. So I've got my paint. Oops. And I'm going to do this one red. I think. Do this sign red. Now I need to get some red paint into my lid. That's it. Oh, I can put it on my palette and do it from there because it's running out. Now this one, I'm going to see if we have a sign that can go in here. Yeah, I've got one here. I think will fit. If it's too small, it can go on a can. Oh, Fee, sometimes you are clever. See what I mean about things like right, so that's that. Now all we've got to do is to give it a lick of paint. And this one, we're going to have green. What I like about my miniatures is that I love the colours. I love to use colour on them. Lumiere, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. And it's like a metallic. Right, hopefully that will do. I always paint from the lid. There we go. That's nice. And we want it to look a little bit worn. So I will be colouring everything and putting a wash on everything. Sometimes I'll do it as I go along, but then sometimes not. So I'm just going to wash my brush like that. So I don't want any of the green on. And then I've got my colour wash here, which I'm just going to add a touch to the brush. And then what I'm going to do is where it's white and in the corner, just age it a little bit. Like that. That's it. You don't need to do much. Just give that a heat blast. And then what I'm going to do is to add a touch of the glossy accents just in there to help protect it. Like that. And it already looks grubby. And that's, you see, it gives it a sheen as well. Okie dokie. So I can't do any more to that until I know whether it's going to fit, whether or what I'm going to use it for. And then hopefully, yeah. I'm going to prop this up by a plinth on the back. And to do that, I just need a small piece like this. And I can paint that. So that's going to stand there, and then I can cut that however I need it. And that just stands up like that. And that holds that, see? I'm not bothered about that bit. It is glass, so therefore that bit's heavy. You just paint that in. It stood up right there. And you're not going to see that when it's on the forecourt. But I have to put the pipe in. And just bits and pieces like that. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'm going to try. I need a piece of this chipboard. You'll see where my bits are. Where did I put my bits? Oh, it's up there with the sign on, you Wally fee. Right, let me just get rid of this. I need to cut that. Ooh, put my thumb in there, never mind. I just need to cut this off. And let that dry. Okay. So I need a small, I'm not sure if it'll work. It may do. Oh, has it worked? Yes. So where's the bit, where's it gone? Oh. There it is. Where is it? Oh, I didn't know that was in there. Stupid am I. I want the card bit. That's it. I need that. Oh, God, sometimes I'm thick. I'm not thick. So actually, I'm going to cut a couple of those. Now I know how to do it. No, don't go flying off. I bloody want you. Where did you go? Oh, bugger it. I'm going to have to do it again. Yeah, I need that bit. Where the hell did it go? There. Right, so that does work. I wasn't sure if it did. Anyway, we got it to work. And I just need to put that, but I'm going to paint it. Do I risk painting it? Yeah, I'll paint it when it's on. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue. Got some left on my thing here. So the pump's going to be on this side. I'm going to take that and put that on there. That's where the pump's going to come out of. And I just need to give that a quick paint. I might do it yellow. Yeah, I can go over that. I'm not fussed. Straight back in with the red. And just go over them bits. Yeah. Don't forget, this is also going to be aged up. Yeah, so that's, I'm happy with that. Now what I need to find is some piping, which I've got somewhere. I'm going to go get that and move on to the next stage. Right, I'm back. Now, I do need this sign, which I'm going to actually put onto the drum. Which is danger. I put that at the bottom, I think. Yeah. There, okay. Oops. I found some fencing as well. I found a stool that might come in handy under the window. And some netting, so I might use that. Don't know yet. Wait a minute. Where's my... Here we are. Like I say, I can make all this aged. I can age it all up. That's not a problem. And I want it to look also like some of this is coming off with age. But I'll sort that out after. So I've got that on there. Sorry, what I'm doing is I'm just... It was a signpost. A sign. And then what I'm going to do is just to mix this with the other one. Because they're both shell. And it'll just... red and yellow. See, like that. Like that. See? I know that's a bit slanted, not bothered about that. And we'll age all of that up shortly when that's dried. So I'm going to press that down firmly. And danger fuel oil. That'll do. Now what I've got is some of this, which is it's wired paper wire. I'm going to use this and for the bit that comes out, and then what I have is in the hardware somewhere. I think I put them in here, didn't I? You know. Oh. And all I'm after is like an earring back. Jewellery claws, don't need those. Metal beadwork, hardware. Let me just get one. Right, you just have to bear with me. I thought I had some. Hang on. Oh. In here. Earring backs. Chain. More chain. I only had them the other day and I thought, oh, I'll keep one of those for the pipe that I need. I'll find one. Bear with me. Just see if I've got one in here. Oh, you bugger. Nope. Oh. Sorry, bear with me. This will work. Off the mark. Now, you see where I use the wood glue, because it will help hold that together. I've got the glue strands from the glue gun everywhere and it's driving me insane. Right, and so I'm just going to bring that down the stem as well. And I'm going to clamp this. So I'm just going to take one of my little clamps on the corner like that. It doesn't matter if it marks it, it'll all add to the character. One on the corner like that. And obviously I'm going to need one here at the front. There we go. Like that. I'll just let that dry before I do any more. So I hope that's all helpful. I'll be back with part 5 because this has been a long video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.